You know, most gardeners, they just rip these out and they throw them away, which is absolutely crazy to me. Because honestly, this might be the most powerful fertilizer that you have in your yard, and it's free. This plant is drinking weeds right now. And I'm gonna show you how to make it in less than 10 minutes. You see, when I first started gardening myself, I thought I needed everything. The organic blend, the bloom booster, the fish stuff that smells like low tide. And yeah, I mean, that stuff, it works. Then I noticed something. These things grow faster than my tomatoes, and they definitely don't need any help. They don't need to compost, and they sure as heck don't need any babysitting. So I started asking myself, what do these guys know that my vegetables don't? Most weeds, they have pretty aggressive root systems. They go way deeper than your lettuce. They go way deeper than your onions, and they're pulling nutrients from the lower soil layer. Nitrogen, potassium, trace minerals, all stuff that our crops haven't tapped into yet. They're basically biological mining equipment. And when you pull them, all that stored nutrient is still inside the plant. So, instead of exporting those nutrients to the trash, like we would usually do, you can recycle it right back into your soil. Okay, so this first method here that I'm gonna tell you about today, it might come out like something crawled into it and lost a fight, but it is anaerobic plant fermentation. All you wanna do, get you a nice big pair of gardening scissors like this and start chopping up those weeds that you just pulled. Then you're gonna wanna go ahead and fill that bucket about 3/4 full with the weed. Pour some water into the bucket, make sure you get all the weeds covered up, and then just let it sit for about a week or two. As it starts breaking down, what's gonna happen is that those microbes will start releasing soluble nutrients into the water. Think of it like a compost tea, which we actually just made a video about a couple months ago, but less fancy. Then after you let it sit for about a week or two, what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna now dilute it. I'm gonna go about 10 parts water to 1 part concentrate. And I'm gonna use it as a soil drench. Not on the leaves or anything, just straight into the soil itself. You see, plants, they absorb the nutrients through their roots, right? So, feed the roots. Now this next method is my favorite preferred method. Most of the times, I'm gonna skip the bucket and go straight to this method, which we like to call the chop and drop. And literally all I'm gonna do, all those weeds that we just pulled, I'm gonna lay them in a nice little pile right here. I'm gonna grab my nice big gardening scissors and we're just gonna start chopping. Just chop away. We're just gonna keep chopping so we can get these weeds into more smaller, more little pieces, right? And once I'm done chopping, I'm literally gonna leave it right here. If you notice, if you can see, here in this area, we got some bare ground, no grass or anything. So that's a perfect area if you have a yard like that, really dry, bare ground. That's a perfect spot to lay your chop and drop, which is honestly just a fancy way of saying, I'm gonna let nature do the work. And as our weeds in this pile here start decomposing and breaking down, it's gonna feed the soil microbes in our yard. It will also protect the surface from really hot sun. If it's really hot in your area, it's gonna protect the ground from the really hot sun. So if you just planted some new grass, or you're trying to get some flowers in a bare spot of your yard to make it look a little more prettier, one, this is a great option to use to cover the ground. And two, it's gonna protect those seeds from the hot sun. It also reduces evaporation and it will slowly release those nutrients from the weeds into the soil. I mean, that's mulch, that's fertilizer, and that's moisture control all in one. And all from something that we usually fight all the time. Little did you know, you don't need to fight that battle anymore because we just won the war. And this is where it gets really interesting. Weeds, they can go into the compost. All your food scraps, they can go right to the chickens, which will then turn into manure. And that manure is gonna feed your soil. And that soil, it's gonna feed your vegetables. And of course, vegetables feed us. You see, now this is not gardening no more. This is nutrient cycling. Real quick, a couple quick important notes that you should know when doing these methods. Number one, if you've already sprayed your weeds, don't use those. If you find some weeds that are diseased, don't use those either. And if it's loaded with seeds like these, You can compost these real hot, or if you don't compost, then you can go ahead and toss these away. You don't want those seeds getting out and affecting any other areas. You know, it's kind of wild. We spend so much energy trying to eliminate the weeds when actually they might just be the most resilient plant on the property. Now, I'm not anti-bought store fertilizer. I have store-bought fertilizers myself, all organic, of course, but I am pro understanding what your land can already offer. These bad boys right here, they grew without permission, so I figured might as well put them to work. Sometimes the solution isn't something that you buy. It's something you've been pulling out this whole time. Before we end this video today, you know, we always gotta go check on the girls, see how they're doing. Got a little banana today that we're gonna give them. I'm gonna show you all how crazy these girls get when they get some banana. They love banana. Let's get on in here. Tyr, how you doing today, buddy? You guarding? You protecting? You want some banana? Here you go, bud. That's a boy. That's a good boy. All right. Let's get on in here. Well, so we don't have any grain today, but we got some banana. Look how crazy these girls, look how crazy they go over some banana. It's wild. Like little raptors, little velociraptors. Crazy. There you go, girl, get some banana. Get some snack, get some snack. We don't got any grain today. I'm gonna go to the store later and get some grain, more grain for y'all. I'm gonna have some tomorrow, but get you a little snack today. Now, I don't do bananas all the time, every once in a while. You wanna keep it moderate. This is just a little tasty treat every now and again, but they love it. Really good nutrients and everything for them. Keep them healthy and happy. You guys want any more? Someone here, don't peck my fingers. Don't peck my fingers, man. That's it, just a little tasty treat for them every now and then. Nothing crazy, that's our main feed, obviously. We still need names. We still need names for the girls, so if y'all got some names out there for our 3 hens, drop them down in the comments. We still need some names. That's it, ladies, all done. All gone. So I hope you all learned something new here today. And if this is something you already knew, well, let's talk about it in the comments and help other people out there that may just be starting this journey themselves. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button. Stick around on this channel where we're doing nothing but just trying to build a homestead and hopefully helping somebody else out there on their new journey as well. So thank you all for tuning into the channel, and thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.